10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Elder Titan.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Lion.
Bat Rider!
Dire team pick.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the TI6 Regional Qualifiers. We are here with our Day 1 action for the American region. We are here as DC takes on Drinking Boys in a one-game series, a best of one, to start things out here. It is the second game, I think, of the entire American region. And
because 2 games happened.
I guess
I casted one.
Second round, I meant to say.
Oh, second round, yes, sir. The rounds are of the 2 variety.
So I was right the first time.
Yeah, well, you said 2 games, though.
Okay. We're not going to get into it now.
Listen to what he says, not what he means.
Exactly.
No, listen to what he means, not what he says.
What we are going to get into, though, is DC versus Drinking Boys' draft. As you can hear it going, we're going to jump right in, get underway with this entire game, this entire series. We talked about, I think, DC and their performance at the Manila Major. A bit disappointing. You said it wasn't because it was their first time together on LAN as a squad.
Yeah.
They definitely wanted to perform a bit better, and they came close to taking down both Newbie and Vici Reborn, but they got to the playoffs and they missed. They couldn't win a single series once they were up in that upper bracket.
Yep, I bet they wish, what's his name on VG Reborn wasn't at that tournament.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Mikasa?
Yeah, Chatter.
Well, he played for, he didn't play for them at the major. I'm trying to think who their roster was.
Whatever. We're in America.
Yeah, right now we're focusing on the red, white, and blue, and some Europeans from DC.
Yep. And if you don't know, DC probably, I think people have the tier list as EG, DC, Complexity, FDL.
Which is crazy because EG have yet to play a serious matchup against top tier team. I'm sure they've scrimmed plenty.
I guess they did play a best of 1 versus Shazam, and they destroyed them. And people consider Shazam like on top of America, and that's really their only like true game.
Well, we can't go back to Shazam because they lost to Void Boys. They didn't make it through here, and that's maybe a bit unfortunate for them. Void Boys looking very good, although their first real test is on the other stream as they play up against Evil Geniuses, as we talk about both those teams. But for now, Drinking Boys, the Chinese-American stack that is sort of formerly of top 5. They really didn't really play that much for Void Boys. I think it was either Shanks did a little bit.
I think Gitova's
played a little bit, yeah.
But that's crazy how that team is pumped out, like top 5, split into like 3 different
Void
teams.
Boys, Evernova, Drinking Boys are all the teams that have they've spiraled out from that.
That's crazy how good they can pump out like these extremely super good players. Haven't quite reached that tier 1, but I like the strategy they're going for here. I think the best way to beat a super good team like DC is you go with a kind of not cheese, but a pushing strat. And that's, a Dragonite's perfect. Dragonite will never super lose his lane, which is what you need. You can't lose 3 lanes to win a game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of there's been lanes where DK has struggled. I feel like recently, but I can't remember what the matchups were.
Well, I think DK's struggled a lot, especially with the introduction of infused teardrops. I think that item hurts him. He gets creeps, but he doesn't get the harass he used to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the problem. Infused raindrops is good for so many heroes, even him too. I mean, you can't kill him with. Yeah. That's exactly what you're talking about. He's not going to lose his lane because he has pretty much no way of dying except maybe at level 1 or 2. Even then, he probably still gets blood pretty early. You get the infused raindrops when you can. which is I think at 3 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you don't ever kill him because he's super tanky. So killing the DK is going to be hard for DC. They have the Elder Titan though, so Natural Order will be able to take away some of that armor and help out with magic resistance.
Yep.
Which is obviously very strong. And in combination with the Tidehunter, with all of his damage, with Ravage, with Gush, with Vengeful Spirits damage coming out as well. There's a bit of armor reduction from both Venge and the Elder Titan. There's a bit of damage coming out that they can get amped up because of the Elder Titan. I like this draft from DC. I like the opening, but for Drinking Boys, they'll go for a 4th pick Slark. This hero has seen a lot of hit or miss. I think in the past couple of days for the open qualifiers.
Yeah, like we saw Void Boys, we said taking down Shazam with that pick. The Slark pick. We were so surprised it worked, and it'll be interesting. And now look at DC takes that Terrorblade, and
this is like the new hot thing right now, isn't it? Like one team, it was Fnatic that they were the first to try it at the Manila Major, or one of the first to try it at the Manila Major. They went Dragonlance. They owned with it. They won that game 2 against LGD with Terrorblade and did a great job of it.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Terrorblade, Slark, I think it's gonna be rough. It's an uphill battle for Drinking Boys.
Yeah.
DC, it's the threat of Ravage, plus if they win a team fight and TB just has a Manta Dragonlance, pretty much just they're done for kind of thing. It's gonna be extremely hard for Drinking Boys is gonna have a very solid mid game with the DK. They're gonna have to avoid fights and take towers.
Yeah.
Because DC can take fights and take towers.
Yeah. They have a bit of both worlds, or a best of both worlds for DC.
Misery still super valuing the Elder Titan. The NA scene seems to value it more than most. I think that was when SVG was in Shazam and Misery, Elder Titan. I think both those teams, I think they fed off each other like, wow, Elder Titan's good, even though we're the only 2 playing it.
How different would it have been if Shazam were able to beat DC the first time without using Elder Titan? Now that would have been a tall order. It got banned out during the Grand Finals. This is, of course, we're talking about the Manila Major qualifiers, the Grand Finals for the American region. Last time around where Shazam was in.
Yeah.
I feel, but it was important that they did pick Elder Titan, that they did win against DC. DC has often talked about Shazam as their kryptonite. They won't have to deal with it. They will pick up the Ember Spirit, interestingly enough. That's not a hero you see DC run that often. I feel like Weeha, he usually plays more like, well, what has he been playing recently? I'm just trying to, I mean, he's playing Timbersaw kind of, but that hasn't been going that well.
I think he's one of the few who still plays Puck pretty reasonably.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it though. It secures. They have a lot of super late game. And Axe coming out. That's a good pick. I love it. That means it's going to be a jungle Axe, I assume, with the offlane Batrider.
That's very good against not only the Ember Spirit to lock him down, but the Terrorblade. With all of his illusions, if you call them, you're going to have multiple counter Helix procs. He's very squishy against the pure damage coming out from Shanks on the Axe, so they will be able to chop down the Terrorblade and keep him locked. They have a lot of good disables. Like every single hero in this game, with the exception of the Slark for Drinking Boys, has some sort of disable, either multi-targeted or single target. That's very, very good.
Yeah, I think this Axe, I think we're gonna see Saksa. He's gonna be doing what we saw Clairvoyance doing yesterday on his Elder Titan, where he just chased around the junglers and worked out until he got first blood.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do the predictions together, Grant.
I would have been 4 for 4 if I read.
Oh, really?
It said will there be 5 or more stacks? And I thought it meant stacks, not ancients.
Let's get this going. First player to get 50 last hits or more.
I think Axe because
you think so? If he's jungling, yes.
He has to be because they have a.
He has Iron Talent, so yeah, I'll agree with you.
You gotta go smart.
I will go Shanks then with the Axe.
Total Magic or Peer?
That's tough.
You're assuming DC's gonna we're assuming DC is very good.
Axe has
Peer. That's the thing.
Axe has pure damage. Exactly. Is exactly what I was going to think about.
The thing is, they might get run over. A big
Do you think there's going to be more Breathe Fire damage than Axe, or more Dark Pack damage than Axe's? Yeah, there must, because when his counter helixes go later into the game, I don't think it's going to be that effective. Maybe Weeha with Searing Chains Flame Guard? I think that's probably your best bet.
They don't really have Magic Appear on. Because I would say a DC hero gets it, but they really don't have Magic Appear. Wait. What is Reflection?
Reflection is.
It literally doesn't say.
Well, I think it's in illusions, so it's physical. I'm going to go with Weeha, I think. And then player with the highest net worth by 25 minutes, I think is also... No, it's Resolution.
I would go with Resolution.
And then we have 10 seconds. Team with the most kills at the end of the game, DC. All right. I think
you went Weeha.
We've got a good chance here.
I went Shanks. I just think, even if they lose, I think the spin peer damage is enough, but we'll see.
My river looks.
Do you know
really
how to
weird.
get rid of it, by the way?
I think you just do that.
But it pops up when like it changes, and it was really annoying to me.
Yeah, I don't know how. That's gonna be interesting to deal with, I'm sure. But
And the best was it kept saying it was like Misery has passed Misery on last. It's like, how can he pass himself?
he
What
passed
in
himself.
God's name?
He's actually stepped up to another level. He's become a new person. He's reborn.
Yeah, whoa! Someone used a river vial. Dry?
Is that dry? That's what I
like
thought. It
it.
looked really weird. I was like, that looks like a bug.
Sick. Use that. Oh,
Alright.
weehaw. Yep. Here, look at it.
All right, there we go. There's got to be a way that you get rid of this.
There is, but maybe we should have asked later. But we'll just focus, and I think DK versus Weehaw, or DK versus Ember. Obviously, DK has a decent time early, but once the flame guards start coming up like level 2, it's going to be rough.
Oh my god, is Mantu dead? One more right click. Soxa doesn't dive the tower, and Mantu, he was like hoping maybe, but he didn't have Earthspike. If he had Earthspike while he was diving the tower, that would have probably been a kill the other way. That was some aggressive play from Soxa, but boy, does he burn some damage at line.
Yeah, he does. Man, that's the thing we saw yesterday. The Elder Titan early, you can't chase him down when he has boots first, because he's so quick with his Spirit and boots, and he does so much damage with the Spirit. It's like the perfect level 1 hero to just run. Look at Shanks. Shanks has to run away. He could die here.
He might
He's
get
dead.
caught. Astral, stomp,
He's
not
dead.
there. He might have to deny himself. One more right click. Gets the call off. Soxa gonna hit him. He's still got plenty of movement speed in Shanks. Can he get to the creeps in time? One more right click, and it's gonna be Soxa getting first blood. The amount of damage that he does with just one astral buff on you.
Yeah. That's what we've. Oh no, and he's gonna steal his stack.
There it is.
Oh my god.
Okay, well the axe is not going to have the highest
Level 3.
the high CS.
He
I
just
don't
got
think.
level 3 out of. Oh my.
I thought we were gonna be good in predictions, but man, these are coming up fast and furiously.
That is.
It's kind of.
Soxa has played. It's literally 2 minutes in. He's played perfectly. He almost killed a lion, and then he's like, "Hey, Axe is jungling. How about I just stop him and then steal his creeps?"
Oh my god, and Mantu almost goes down to the Tide Hunter down bottom. He's having this lane is rough, and somehow Sakula's here. He's like, okay, well I just have to CS, but he's only got 5 right now, getting chased down. DC, I don't know what I expected.
no,
They're
look
off to a
at-
very good start.
Oh, Soxa went
Soxa
for it
was
again.
Oh, he's got the stomp, and he gets the kill. He gets 2. Soxa, beautifully done. He's now, I think, top of the net worth as it keeps showing up on the side here.
And as his nickname is, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The man's 8 feet tall. Seen pictures.
He's very tall.
Yeah, he is the opposite of Mantiteo or Manto. You know where Mantiteo is, who?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, the guy who had a fake
football player.
girlfriend.
Yeah, the fake girlfriend thing.
Yeah. Oh, another stomp comes in.
They actually
Gets the
hit it.
kill out.
Sakula pounced away, but he did take the damage from it.
The Elder Titan has more experience than like anyone else in the game right now.
Yeah,
he's
he's-
getting so many solo kills. It's
he's
insane
really
how
good.
well he's playing.
He's right now sitting at level 3, which as a support in a dual aggressive off lane is pretty impressive, all things considered.
Yep, and oh well, like we said, you can't lose all 3 lanes and win. Luckily, the DK's keeping up with Weehaw middle, which is what we said he had to do.
Yeah.
He's actually winning it. Nicely done. He's winning it by not even spamming Breathe Fire. He's getting a lot of right clicks, which is huge for him, I think.
Weehaw, pretty used to outlaning a lot of... Actually, he's used to being in top of these matchups, but yeah, like you talked about, this DK has done well just with the Quelling Blade. Like you said, not using the Breathe Fire. Manto is getting chased down, has to use the Hex onto Soxa. Soxa, again, still very speedy. He's got Arcanes now, so it's even more.
It was a good counter ward though. Mantu got the counter ward and killed a ward off. So if Shanks does come back down here, he'll have a little bit easier time. It looks like he is. So I think, and they have a ward seeing the jungle if the Elder Titan comes in. So Shanks is gonna come back down here hopefully and make something happen. But they're gonna go for top rune.
I wonder if we don't do the predictions if it goes away.
No,
like
haste rune top. They're gonna give it to Dragonite level 5.
He's not 6 yet. If he had it,
Yeah,
that might
that'd be
be
a kill.
a bit better. 3 heroes top looking for Mad in the off lane. He's sitting at, right now, only 4 last hits. Looking at the net worth, it is really just all DC. It's still very early, yes, but it is not going well for this DKB Drinking Boys squad. They're going to get off the Magic Missile. The Stomp's going to fly. Wave of Tear. See you later, Mad. You are not going to be able to burn away with that Firefly. Now mid, it looks like there's some action happening as they're setting up for a wraparound gank on Weehaw, which could be huge. Searing Chains will go. Jatova's going to go toe-to-toe. He's got the Dragon Tail. Might have to use it. And he remnants away. Call not going to get out. And Jatova, as with that Dragon Tail, not getting it off in time. We'll chalk it up to a little bit of a misplay for Drinking Boys as we hit the lag.
Radiant's top tower.
That's bad left. Ooh.
Excellent. Oh, tower, and there we go. Tower goes down, resolution it, and there we go. That's the TB. This is kind of like when we saw the AM from Ritsu yesterday. It's his team's winning 4v5, and all he has to do is farm, split push. He makes room for his team, and he can go to the jungle if he wants with illusions and farm. TB's a perfect hero. With like, there's heroes that are good. Okay, you're behind. Darkseer Vacuum Wall is good. When you're ahead, AM Terrorblade, they can push that advantage further than thing that goes further, a lot further.
They can push that advantage further than.
Christopher Columbus's travel to America.
Sure, we'll go with that. That's actually not bad.
That's not.
Or any traveler, or I guess explorer for that matter.
You know, a lot of people don't get Christopher Columbus Day off anymore from school. That was like my favorite day.
I mean, I understand. Everybody hates Christopher Columbus now.
Yeah, he's kind of like the. I got nothing.
Okay.
I was gonna say like LeBron James. I've used LeBron a lot though, and he's winning rings. So if you're hated and you win rings, you don't care. It's like EG at TI5. A lot of people, Sumail's cocky. Oh,
Jatovas is gonna get stomped up. They've got Searing Chains. They're gonna get him off. Shanks came in, gets the one-man call off. Weehaw avoids it. Remnant up on the high ground. Jatova's gonna walk into it and die. Weehaw is just Remnants. He had to go back, I think, towards the Tier 1 tower, which was where that other Remnant was. Did take him some time to get the kill, and it's just. I don't know. This start is one of the best I've seen a Dota team have. I mean, you have nobody really farming except for the DK. He just died.
Yeah.
Like the Slark has 17 last hits. You're not getting any experience on your. You're getting a little experience on your supports, but not much. There's really nothing going well for DKB, Grant.
Yeah, all these lanes are more secure than 100 TB servers. You know.
Tom's gonna be upset at you.
Why?
I mean...
I just said his servers were secure.
Oh, I thought you said all of this was more secure than 100 TB servers.
Well, I meant it in the same way, because DC is sponsored by 100 TB.
Oh, okay.
And they're very secure, I assume.
Shoutouts to Tom, I guess.
Yeah, definitely not Hillary Clinton email levels of secure, but...
Man, why'd you have to go there? She's running for president.
Oh yeah, Own Slark? Level 6? Okay, well it's...
Jatova's getting, again, Searing Chains. Wheat doesn't have the damage even with Remnants. He only has one left though, and that will end the aggression coming from that mid laner.
Bottom lane, free tower again, and move. Oh, come on, son, missing that last hit. Looking like an American player right now.
The solo American player missing it here for the side of DC.
Bottom lane,
Saksa, this could be a huge kill, but he's got a lot of damage with his right click.
No.
Earth Spike, swing and a miss from Mantu, and now they have to back in. Here comes the rest of DC. They'll jump in, they get no Searing Chains off, they have to call first. Magic Missile. Sakula avoids it, but the stomp will come through. He has the Shadow Dance off and ready to go. Jatova's, he's got the Elder Dragon Form, might have to use that Dragon Tail with the rest of his team. There's the Dark Pact off from Sakula, walking away, will make it out, pounces out in time, but on the other side, Mantu gets away, gets a nice Earth Spike off, and Misery and Moo will not be able to chase any further.
And I think that would have been a kill on Saksa, but the Lion just missed his stun. I mean, it's a clickable stun. You can't be missing those in these high pressure situations.
And Saksa will not miss his as he gets the stomp off. Misery comes in, Magic Missile, that sleep duration is insane. Here comes the Ravage, Jatova's. See you later. It's a lot of hate for one hero, but it's worth it. He is the highest net worth coming up for DKB. TP in from Mad, but he won't get caught. No swap back from Misery, not 6 yet, so they will focus the Tier 1 tower instead as Resolution goes to work. As you've talked about this Terrorblade already, Grant, he is destroying buildings very quickly.
Dragonlance Manta, like, he doesn't even need that. Aquila treads at 8 minutes is enough, and he has more than that. They can, and Weehaw split pushing bottom. He split put 500 damage off the tower. It's DC is looking crisper than a Granny Smith apple, I would say.
Are those the crispest apples?
I know the green Granny Smith. No, Granny Smith's red or yellow, but a big fight coming. Toxic.
Good stomp on 2. Moose got no Ravage. I bet he wish he didn't. I wouldn't say waste it, but use it on the solo DK. Shanks looking for a call. Magic Missile gets off in time. Flame Break pushing him back. Misery's low. Searing Chains coming in. Shanks will stay alive. Breathe Fire coming out as well. Mad still fire flying around. Saksa looking for an Astral under that stomp. Won't find it this time. And they might just back up. They're not comfortable taking the tower. Sakula is rotating in, but he is very much alone. The rest of his team will finally come out with him, and he's not nearly high. I mean, he is only barely above the Vengeful Spirit in net worth right now. That is absurd, Grant.
Yeah, I think, like we said, when you play maybe a slightly lower opponent, and you do those run at you kind of lanes. I mean, they had unkillable Tide and Elder Titan early. They can just trade hits with a tri lane and never die, and it secures the farm on all the rest of their lanes, and it makes it so this guy gets nothing. A Slark does not do well versus a Titan or solo. Like, he'll win the lane, but he won't get much farm. But then you have an Elder Titan coming, swinging a giant stapler at you.
Oh my.
And we all get the free tower
He's
middle.
styled on Mansu on that line. Not only did he get him below half health, but he secures the tower by getting the Searing Chains off in time. And also 400 gold off from his Boots of Travel. But Jatovas will at the very least steal an Arcane Rune out from underneath his nose.
They need to take a tower with Dragon Form plus Arcane Rune so they get it up again.
I don't know if you can really commit to a push, because you're so squishy you're going to die on pretty much every hero if there's a Ravage up.
And it's up in 15.
And they have level 1 natural order too, which is base armor reduction of 40%, base resist reduction of 12. That has to be one of the best level 1 abilities in the game.
Oh yeah, 40% on level 1. That's like, it's like that and like Juggernaut's crit, I think 20%. Like, in fact, you go 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah.
It's very good. The smoke. They need to get, oh, okay, Brown?
And they find Moo. He's got, of course, Kraken Shell. He's got Anchor Smash. It's a very hard kill. No mech. And they don't commit. No Blink Dagger. Shanks is pretty far away from his, and even further away is the Bat Rider, who at this point it looks like Matt is going for a Drum, which I don't really disagree with. But he's not going for the same build where you go like 3-3-3 and kind of forego Lasso for a period of time. Not that when you get Drum, you don't always have to forego Lasso. I don't think that's always the thing you have to do, but...
This is rough. Shanks. Okay. If Axe gets a blink, and if Bat Rider gets a blink, they can maybe. I mean, DC's playing a little cocky. That's what it feels like. You see him like farming solo and lanes pretty up. Besides the smoke gank from 3 of them. Let's see who they can find.
Oh, they're gonna find somebody. I've almost a guarantee. And Jatovas even.
Oh no.
Again, we talked about how tanky he is, but again, you still have Astral in natural order. Stomp onto 2, Ravage to follow up, and Moo will clear out 1. Jatovas will be the next to go. Earthsplitter is going to miss, at least on that DK. They're going to try to chase it down. They have swapped, get it off in time. Misery's there with it. Now Breathe Fire misses wildly. Jatovas, he is going to get up that stick. Now Weehaw getting stunned up. Here comes the Spark. Dark Pact, great mech coming out from the side of Moo. For an Astral onto a stomp further here into this team fight. And they're instead going to turn their attention towards top, where they will blow up, I believe, the line, and then turn their attention towards their tier 2 tower. It is 8-0 at 12 minutes in, and almost a 10,000 net worth advantage.
This is what we expected out of DC. I think they come in, maybe they feel. I think them and Complexity might have a little chip, feeling slighted. Like not only did not one of them get invited, but neither of them did. It's kind of like, hey, America. And then, like, it's like the Twitch thing, the middle finger, like, hey, America. And so they're going to come in with the chip on their shoulder. They're going to beat the teams they need to. And then when they go up against each other, I think that will be the real test of time. Not Tides of Time.
What a player.
What a player. What a Ignitas Tides of Tots. Haters of Tots.
Shout out to card games.
Like O-Maid. Is that what it's called, O-Maid?
Old-Maid?
Old Maid.
Old Maid.
Dude, O-Maid would be a good one. Like, O-Maid.
Old-Maid.
Oh, here we go. Is it it's an invisibility on Shanks. Oh, they need to get something
so
out
close
of
to his blink, too.
But
He gets a kill here.
by Dyer, look at that.
Yeah, he did not walk into it. He's close, but no, he didn't walk in.
They see that Observer Ward, right? Yeah, it's definitely in range.
Is there a comeback path in this game for DKB?
It's the blink on Axe and the blink on Bat, and just getting solo kills on like 1,000 gold heroes. Like, I think Ember and Terrorblade are probably worth literally 1,000 gold.
Remember that game last night where the team wasn't even that far ahead, but then they killed those heroes and it was like 500 or 600 gold per kill? That's probably what you're going to get for DKB if you can find those kills.
They need to find the Terrorblade. I believe is worth like 1.1 carry now, but he is farming on the other side of where they're at. Could start 5-manning with him. He is so farmed right now.
Resolution is having a heck of a game.
Yep. He's at 100. He's almost double the next CS. And by almost double, I mean like 60%. Give or take a couple tens.
Yeah, he's... I'm not going to cross-check your math. I'm going to assume you're correct there. Whenever we do that, it's always... It never turns out well, at least for me.
Yeah, do you know the difference between cross-stitching and sewing?
No.
Me either. They are different.
So is crocheting.
Crochet, I know that's yarn. Well, cross stitching.
Well, no, I think it's the same thing, except that they use different instruments. I might be wrong. Maybe you're right about the yarn thing, but I don't know.
Look at this. Look at how quick this. Misery has a friggin' medallion. They have the
Wave of Tear too.
Doohickey of Tear, yeah, wave, nice. Not really a wave.
Oh.
Well, okay, could a wave? I mean, does wave have a different saying besides the wave in the water? Or is that like what they're pretty much going with? Or like, I guess wave, like hello.
Yeah,
but it looks like neither of those.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wave is usually considered something that has to do with aquatic life.
Yeah, or like you're waving.
So I guess it would be a breeze of terror.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I like that. Or a waft.
Waft.
A waft of terror. That's
no,
good.
waft is like when you're doing this, isn't it?
I mean, you're wafting at them.
You know what? I'm gonna just let's go with breeze of terror. I think that. Well, that doesn't sound that intimidating.
Power
but...
push, 15 minutes. The classic Terror Blade.
Yeah,
it really is. I mean, we saw Void. Wasn't that the Void Boys when they won in 19 minutes versus Retsu in Grand Finals? Terror Blade.
Yeah, they had the Pat Soul Terror Blade. And
if you do not somehow stop a Terrorblade from farming, they could even be losing this game, and Terrorblade can still push your base. He's that hero.
We should have put Terrorblade for our predictions for most CS at 25
Oh,
minutes.
I did. You said the other one, I tricked you.
You son of a bitch.
No, I didn't, though. I put Shanks. I
can't believe it.
Well, I mean, did we expect the Elder Titan to solo kill him that early and steal like 5 of his creeps?
How did he have so much damage? I know Astral will give him bonus.
He did play really smart. I saw like he would put it on the axe, and then he moved, like when he killed him, he moved it down to that small camp to get the creep damage too, and he brought it back. And
that's why.
15 extra down.
So he got not only the heroes, the creeps as well. Okay.
Yeah, he's really smart.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, he moved to America, and he got a little bit smarter. It's a natural thing.
Well, his Elder Titan, Sox's Elder Titan is definitely one of the best in the region, if not the best in the region, I think.
Now that SVG is retired from playing for now, I would say he probably is, yeah.
This gank has to work for BKBs.
Oh, no blink on Mad yet.
They have one on Shanks. Oh, they're going to see in the jungle Soxa. Not the biggest target. They'll get the call off. He does have a Hood of Defiance, mind you. Earth Spike Finger coming in. Culling Blade misses. He gets the sticks off. The Hex will come through. He pops the Hood to make sure that he gets off that Bell Shield, but it's not going to be enough. But here's Weehaw, and he's going to try to turn this around and get at least one. Shanks will get the call. He's got Blink in 3, but Weehaw is too fast with Boots of Travel, and he might be able to chase him down. Grab this kill. Even the Flame Guard will do the job. It's, the Breeze of Terror from Misery is actually enough to get the kill. Now he's looking for Mad. Searing Chains on cooldown for 2. Jatovas will be able to TP away. Mad will not be so lucky, although he has bought his Blink Dagger before going down. Medallion is up. There's the Searing Chains. There's the Magic Missile, and there's the Sleight of Fist to bring him down. 2-for-1 exchange as the Terror Blade looking to put some pressure on this Tier 3 tower.
They got a kill. They are not going unkilled.
Killless.
Yeah, going to killless. Yeah, that was that Hood. Like, I don't think they noticed he had the Hood when they went on, and then after the finger did 200 damage, like, oh no.
If they lasted him after, because he got the stick off.
Yeah, exactly. They thought finger would kill, and then they're like, oh, now he has a pipe.
Yeah,
I think they stayed 5-man here with they have Blink right on Tide. Yes, sir.
Yeah, with Ravage back up now, there's not really much you need to wait. You probably wait for the Battle Fury for Weehaw. Get him some extra, like
if you really want, yeah.
He's gonna have to regen some mana back up, and he needs that Perseverance. So the best way to do that, getting that Battle Fury, although he has the Aquila, and then Resolution has the Aegis. Maybe I think you don't want to waste the Aegis, and he's got only 1 minute and 20 seconds left on it.
You might just run somewhere. Maybe they don't. I mean,
they smoked up.
They don't really need the Aegis that bad.
They smoked up. They do see that the Bat Rider's bottom, but will they wrap around? They might actually run into Sakula and Shanks. Blink, there's the Gush, and Matt is going to get caught. Breeze of Terror, they'll bring him down. Resolution, he's the one to secure the kill.
Wow. It is rough, and rough out here on the streets.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains, Shanks caught. Stomp onto 2, Sakula avoids it with the Dark Pack nicely, but Shanks is going to get Earth Splittered if he's not careful. And in fact, he will get caught. There's another Searing Chains. The call comes out, but it ends as he dies after the new change a couple patches ago. Resolution with the Dragon Lance, pushing back heroes into the base, corralling them away from the racks, making sure they are not going to be able to defend here at this bottom lane. It's going to be at 20 minutes, a full set, more than likely. They have Ravage still to work with, and that's the most frightening thing for DrinkingBoys. And Grant, I think this is where the game ends, I believe.
Not where it starts, because this is 19 minutes. They have a rack. They're about to take another tower. Sakula's trying to make space, but you can't make space in the closet that Harry Potter lives. It is very small.
Yeah. It's under the staircase where he lives with his aunt and uncle Vernon and
Shirley Temple or
Petunia. I don't know.
Petunia, was that right?
I think that's it.
Shirley Temple is that girl who danced and did something.
She's
like
also a drink.
Right?
She's also a drink.
Named after her and Roy Rogers. Who's Roy Rogers?
No, the drink. I'm sure she was named after the drink. Okay, let's be honest.
It could be. I'm sure there was a Shirley Temple, like, in, like, Mayan culture.
I mean, I don't think that's a Mayan name.
It could be, though.
Could be, though. It could be.
People change
Ancient
over time.
aliens, who knows what the names were?
Yes, exactly. And
All right, here we go. Rotation into the jungle with a smoke. Shanks and Mad, they have got their blink daggers, and they will just barely miss Weehaw as Mad misses the blink up in front, and instead they will come out empty-handed with the smoke gank. Again, it's one of those ganks that needed to work out, and it just doesn't.
Oh, and there we go. They have
Scan.
the scan on him, and they're going to come. They're going to give him the rotato, and Moo.
Oh, they actually
nice
blink
blink
out
away.
in time, and they have the TP onto the cliff, but Batrider won't get caught. No other blinks coming in, no other heroes to find. And DC they'll miss out on the ganking potential. Now that it was the gank. Now there's a gank coming with
Shanks,
smoke.
Run.
Yeah, you need to leave. Why is he not left already? Blink into the tree line, TP out. He might make it through. Remnant, Searing Chains, not there in time. Wave of Tear comes in, and Misery and Weehaw will not connect on said kill. But they will probably push in and try to finish off yet another set of racks with Metamorphosis back up. And Aegis is down, but he's going to have the Scotty here in a moment.
Yep. Looking a little unbearable for him right now.
They need to, like, TP home now. Like, they have no TP on Batrider. Chitova's does, but the Bat has to go all the way back. Sakula, he's got his TP luckily enough, but he's low in HP, so DC are going to get some free shots on the tower here, Grant.
Yeah. And by free, the entire tower, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, that's it. They've killed the tower. Actually, he was canceled. Mad was almost caught by it, but he was able to get out of the AoE range in time. Flight of Fist is doing some serious work against Sakula, who's just not tanky enough. Last one will go, swap out from Misery instantly. That was I think expected. They went for it, still couldn't find it. They get the call into Moo, who's jumped in. They have Ravage still. Earthspike will come in. Got that Ravage up and ready to go. No need to use it yet. The Earthsplitter has brought down the axe at the very least. Qualifier will do a little bit of damage reduction to resolution, but that's all that it does. It doesn't really, it tickles him at this point. And now that's GG. 2 sets of racks down, about to lose a third. 1-13, the Ravage put off for good measure just to kill the Slark. I think this is, maybe it was a bit more than we expected, but it was still the result we expected.
You see, you picked the Weehaw. I did not. I learned, but I do want to say at the end when that axe stopped the Ravage of Moo. I mean, it's nice to see a good play. Shanks had extremely good reaction time, so Moo blinked in and he couldn't get his Ravage off. I mean, it didn't matter. They were so out farmed, but a nice play by him, and you never know. Maybe something's gonna happen. I think it's not. That's only the first game. No, that's the second game for DrinkingBoys. They're 0-2.
Yes.
DC is 1-0.
Yep.
FD